What is up, YouTube? McIntyre here. Today I want to go over the PTR patch notes for March 6, 2017, also known as the Probius patch. So Probius has now been introduced back to the game, and with him, a lot of changes has happened to a lot of the older tanks. One thing too is they're re-giving you the free Cho'Gall quests. They buffed Cho'Gall this patch, so if you didn't play Cho'Gall with one of your friends earlier when he was first released, you have a chance now to play Cho'Gall with one of your friends and get him for free. So nice little gesture from Blizzard. I like that. Probius, I'll have a video talking about Probius, so I don't want to go too much into his talents. The ability power debuff effects will now display on hero health bars. So they're introducing a lot of abilities that decrease ability power. So they're giving us a way to know that our ability power has been debuffed, right? Which is a nice change. The following heroes have received updated icon art. Cho'Gall, Cleanse has received an updated visual effect, and Artanis' basic attack has received animation adjustments to coincide with his new basic attack timing. So something's happened to Artanis, maybe. We have our Probius bundle. We have our Stars of War bundle. Funny. And Ultimate Stars of War bundle. 2 bundles were removed. Probius is added. Elemental Stag is the new mount for Master League. Fellsaber and Spectre Phantom and iPad and Hellboy are out. It's sad they're not adding the Cloud there. But the following stats have been added to the character sheet. Physical armor, spell armor. This was a nice addition. Honestly, it's funny that we've been playing with heroes that have armor and there's no way to even tell that they have armor. So I like that a lot. And I just got to look at these new ally party frames. Basically at the top, there's all your teammates' health and mana bars. You can see them at all times. Before, it used to be like a scoreboard at the top, and then, you know, if someone died, their little bars would like pull in from the outside. But now all your teammates' health bars are at the top, kind of like League of Legends does with all your teams being at the left side, as well as indicators of their ults being up or not. So pro players and all players really can just hit instead of hitting tab to check if people have ults, you can look up there and, oh, okay, my rag has ult, I can slide. He can follow up. They added this new on fire effect. This is pretty cool too. Before it used to be like everyone was on fire. Now only a few people can be on fire at a time. I think 3 players at total. And each player that's on fire is essentially doing like a lot of damage or really performing kind of, I think it works off the MVP system essentially, which is pretty cool. They then added kill feeds as well. Kill feeds are going to be really sick as well. These are just like League of Legends and Dota. You can now get pentakills. So before it was like kills were shared-ish. They were shared. People got the kill. But on the left side, let's say I get a double kill on Zeratul, I'll have my picture of Zeratul and then like a Chromie and the Sylvanas stacked. And then if I killed all 5 of them, I would get a pentakill, right? I think it's called an ultra kill in this game. But yeah, that's going to be really cool. You know, we'll be able to see if people will actually get pentas. Which I honestly think is a nice addition. And then they've polished the UI. Every aspect of the in-game interface has gotten polish. Hero portraits, mana bars, health bars, talents, stats, death recaps, kill streaks. Yeah, just nice, making the game look better, which is really nice. You know, it's a sick meme. Some guy said this game looks, you know, really good, but now it's gonna look even better. And I think the problem with Heroes was when it originally started, people got really turned off by the way it looked. Not even the way it played, but you just had a wrong first taste. It's like if you go to a restaurant and you sit down and your very first meal you get served is not what you're looking for. The game has changed since then, right? The restaurant has a new owner. They hired a new chef. Their Hero League is still pretty bad though. Design and gameplay. Body blocking. Improvements are made to allied body blocking. I don't know if I like that. Maybe that means people can walk past you. Hopefully you can body block your teammates better now. Time-based scaling. We now have the ability to scale damage based on game time elapse. Which should help the performance of the game, but also more accurately adjust damage values of certain abilities. We have implemented this on Li Ming's Arcane Orb and Tirana's Sentinel, and we'll continue to look for other. That's interesting. So they're essentially saying, all right, we're gonna buff heroes where their abilities are really bad later on, to make them a little bit better, and then we'll make them weaker in the beginning of the game. Several heroes have just okay. Bloodlust Brawl's back. Play this. Wait a second. Are we adding? Okay, I don't know if this is what this is saying. But if you can queue Hero Brawl and get either one of these three, then I would play it more. Like, I wish that I could queue Brawl and then have a choice of one of the random mini games rather than always play the same. Waygate usage. The use of Waygates across all relevant maps. Channels will not be interrupted by taking normal damage. Channels will be interrupted by abilities. Waygates can now be channeled while mounting. Okay, so you don't break mount anymore going into Waygates. Blackheart's Revenge has a Waygate. I hope they didn't add a Waygate to Blackheart's Revenge. Oh, Blackheart's Revenge. That's the minigame. I was like, oh, okay. All right, never mind. Continuing on. The Gall changes. Here we go. Gall. Damage reduced. His Q damage is reduced. That's good. His orb radius reduced. His damage reduced on orb. His E no longer destroys on activation. Damage reduced. Twisting Nether. Damage reduced. Shadow Bolt Volley. Damage reduced. Hurry Up. Oof. Removed. New trait. While active, Cho'Gall deals 25% more damage. 5-second cooldown. Effect is removed if Cho activates Ogre Hide. Okay, so you have two passives now, I think, with Cho and Gall. Gall can activate his, and Cho can activate his. Cho's activation gives armor. Gall's activation gives bonus damage. So I think what they've done here is just nerf these numbers to, if you activate this passive, then you get these type of numbers, but if you don't, then you have these, right? I mean, it's good. It gives like Cho and Gall a sense of camaraderie, like on who to activate what. Shove, move to Z. Cooldown increased from 20 to 30. Now also grants move speed. So they basically put his Z into Shove. That's good. And Eye of Kilrog is built in now. You get 2 charges and cast range reduced. That's nice. Talent, keep moving. Z increases the move speed duration of Shove. While active, basic attacks from Cho increase the duration of the movement speed. Okay, that's pretty cool too. I mean, if you shove and Cho's punching people, you're going to continue to get that bonus move speed. That's actually pretty scary, I'm not going to lie. Especially like if you take the hammer with the slow auto at 20 that makes your attack range. This is a very scary talent. Holy mother. Task Master. Reduces the cooldown of Shove by 10 seconds. So what is that, 20 seconds now? Yep. Basic attacks reduce the cooldown by 1. Okay, I don't think that one's as good as this one. Reduces the cool of Eye of Kilrog. Increases the cast range. So, I mean, if you need more vision, this is the way to go. Level 4, Bombs Away. Quest. Damaging an enemy hero with Runic Blast permanently increases its damages by 5. After damaging 20 enemy heroes, increases the range and speed. That's pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. That's probably what a lot of people will be taking now. Detonating Runic Blast leaves a damaging field on the ground, so you can put a zoning field. Pretty cool. Double back on W. The third bounce of deals an additional 100% to non-heroic units. So this is like your jungle talent now. You can solo bosses now with this talent, I think. We'll have to try that. Edge of Madness. Every subsequent hit of Shadow Flame on an enemy hero deals 8% more damage. These bonuses are lost after a certain second. So as long as you're hitting your Q, this is going to do a lot of damage. Double Trouble. New functionality. Hitting enemy heroes affected by Consuming Blade with Shadow Flame lowers the cooldown. After doing this 20 times, permanently lower the cooldown. That's so hard. I mean, I think these are... Someone's going to do the math eventually on these, but these are probably pretty close. Since you're getting a whole second off, that's an increase in whatever the cooldown of Q is, right? If it's a 4-second cooldown and you're getting a second off, that's a 25% increase in bonus damage. So that'll, I mean, since this is after 4 seconds, I'm assuming that Shadow Flame is probably 3-second cooldown, and having a full second off, yeah, having a full second off is a 33% increase, and you don't even have to hit every 4 seconds. So this is probably pretty good. Dark Descent removed. Ogre Rampage. Gaul's basic abilities cooldown 70% faster for 5 seconds after Cho activates Ogre High. That's so sick. So you can just switch between each other's traits and get a cooldown reduction. That's really nice. Rising Dread increases the size and damage of the Dread Orb. Cool. Shadow Flame deals an additional... So Giant Killer Flame is still there. I'm not really sure on a lot of these talents. Shadow Snare. Shadow Flame slows enemies by 10% for 4 seconds. And it can stack. That's gross. I like that a lot. Enemies hit by Dread Orb are stunned. Okay, that's pretty gross too. And enemies hit by Runic Blast are silent for 1.5. So both of these are really good. Like, imagine throwing your orb back at... Or, yeah, throwing your blast back at, like, the medic and hitting the medic. Can silence her off. That's pretty sick. Nether Call is removed. New passive. When Cho dies, you gain the effect of Ogre Rage and continue casting abilities for 10 seconds. Nice. Little zombie Cho. New talent, Shifting Nether. Shifting Nether can now teleport at Cho a short distance before it begins casting. That's pretty good too. It's like a little shove. Takedowns permanently increase the damage of Ogre Rage. Jeez Louise, Batman. That's a lot of stuff changed to Gaul, and I think Cho's probably got changes too. Metamorphosis will now clamp the cast to the maximum range of the ability. That's pretty nice. So if you cast outside of the meta before, like, let's say where my mouse is at, this was your max. You're standing here, and you can only meta here. If you were to try to hit meta over here, you wouldn't be able to cast it. So instead, now it'll cast max range, which is nice. Ultralist cooldown increased from 70 to 80. Okay, I'm just gonna keep scrolling. I get it. Cooldown now counts down while the Ultralisk is alive, but I don't have any words. Raiders. Health increased. Damage increased. Okay, maybe we can see these, maybe to kill medics or something. You want Axe. The buff tracker located next to the portrait now shows a specific number. Okay, so just the text change. Taunt. Health gain reduced from 60 to 40. Also grants 15% armor. This is armor. This is 15% resist. So, yeah, this is just resist. 15%. That's pretty good. I mean, you're losing 20% health for total 15% resist. I'd say that's worth. They did nerf the Ironforge banner, though. Asmodant. Casting Demonic Monkeys will now remove clear minions lingering from the previous cast. I guess it turns out that you could hit R and then have your monkeys push forever and then hit R again and have more monkeys. It's crazy. Killing a hero will now increase its damage by 10. Whoa. I like that. A little quality of life change on Taste for Blood. Alright, Gazlo changes. Dear God. Focus turrets. Activate focus turrets to order. Okay, so you now have an ability to target what you want to kill. Vision range increased. Damage decreased. So we got more range on turrets, less damage. You can channel your Death Laser forever now, but you can also cancel it with right click. So you can bait people, right? Which is cool. Cast range from 6.5 to 10. So now you can basically throw Explodium charges at the back line. That's a lot of range. That's like Leaming Orb with the range talent. Robo Goblin. No longer grants focus turrets. Grants 100% bonus attack basic damage. Ooh, baby. Gazlo's going to be slapping kids. Gain 30 armor and 30 move speed. What's a cooldown on this guy? 60 seconds. Oh, that's kind of... But you are slapping kids. Regen Master removed. Goblin repairs. Gather regeneration globes to permanently gain 1 health, up to maximum of 25. So it's literally just Regen Master, but change name. Hired goons. Non-burst mercenaries near you do 50% more damage. Your turrets gain 50% armor from mercs and minions, taking 50%. Oh my good lord. Okay. That's pretty neat. I mean, you can really split push with that. But you're probably still going to take Clockwork Steam Fist just to increase the duration of your Qs. They decrease the slow to 20 instead of 25. I like that. The arc is increased on the multi-shot. That's pretty nice. And Hyperfocus Coil. This is the W. Cools down faster, which might be good now that you can bait it. It lowers the mana cost. So that's pretty good. Turret storage, move to 16. This is multiple turrets, right? So this is a 16 talent now. Slow on laser is 50%. This could be really good now with the changes to the W, actually. E no longer increases cast range. Whenever Gazlo is stunned, he drops a Explodium. That's pretty cool, actually, too. It's like his own version of Relentless Leader. So this increases the range of your turrets. This is the one I think that makes them deal more damage too. You stay that way until you leave the new longer range. Okay, Mechalord. This is, I guess, for what's it called? It just grants you base 25% armor and increases your base damage by 200%. Holy mother! I want to play Robo-Gazo now. What the heck, dude? That's a huge spike. You're probably autoing for like 500s. Like, stim that guy. Laser center points now track mouse cursor, like Liming magic missiles. Okay. So, the warrior changes. This is a big one I think a lot of people are excited about. Anubrak. Spell armor reduced. So they've nerfed his spell armor, nerfed his base damage, buffed his shield, lowered the cooldown on E by 4 seconds. That's huge. And now you're slow. You slow them after you hit for 2.5. Locust damage reduced, health reduced, damage reduced. Lots of reducing here. You now have beetles have 50% spell armor. Dude, GL to all the Limings against the Anubarax. Holy gosh. You're gonna like hit a beetle with a max range orb and it's not even gonna die. I don't actually think this talent's worth it at all, but every 8 seconds gain 30 spell armor against the next ability. Okay, so it's a building shield now. That's better than just like always having a big spell shield. Shed exoskeleton. I think this makes you faster when you shield. This is a cool one. You gain a shield when you burrow charge, which is nice. Leeching Scarabs also increases the damage of your beetles. Okay, Beta Barbs move to level 4. Acid Drenched Mandibles. Attacking a hero that is slowed, rooted, or stunned increases your basic attack. That's pretty good. I mean, since you're going to hit people with your E and then attack them and they're going to be slowed, this could be a huge power spike. This could be a really huge power spike. They got rid of Blood for Blood. That's kind of sad. Epicenter decreases cooldown reduction from 4 to 2, so they made sure not to make it absurd. So we might not even take Epicenter anymore because of that, but I think you still will. Enemies hit by Burrow Charge have their spell power reduced. So this is against the casters, right? Activate to gain 60 spell armor. This just seems redundant. This hurts, however. Getting rid of Hardened Shield on him. Yeah, being able to like dig in, but now you're just gonna go rewind, I think, all the time. Yeah. I think overall I like these changes. I'll have to play the character, but I think I like them. Yeah, he's gonna have different build paths now, you know? So I kinda like that. So this is the basic attack change to Artanis. Reduce the period during which Artanis is locked in place during his... okay, so yeah, he kind of stood around for a while. Alright, I like this. I like this when they make things bigger and better, right? So we're giving Arthas an 150 health increase. We're increasing his base regen by 2. We're decreasing his basic attack damage, so. His trait now deals a bonus 99 when enemy heroes, is no longer based on his normal basic attack damage. I don't know what that means. I think this is magic damage now. Heal increased, so we get a better heal on ourselves when we Q. Frozen Tempest damage lowered from 26 to 20, now slows. This is a big one too. This functions as an aura, so before if like you were Artis and you had your E up and you got slid by ETC, your E would drop, but now your E will stay up. So that's crazy. Cooldown reduced on Army of the Dead to 80 seconds. Mana cost reduced. Ghoul damage increased. Health increased. All right, again, when we see numbers going up, down, you know, the numbers we want to go down are going down. The numbers we want to go up are going up. This is buffs. These are buffs. This is what makes heroes go from good to godlike. So far, Arthas is kind of scaring me. He's kind of scaring me a little bit. Okay, so his new quest on his D is using Frostmourne Hunger on enemies increases the mana it restores by 4 up to 40, and also increases the damage. I don't know what's happening here. I have to see that in game, but that seems weird. So I'm guessing these both cap at 40. I think Tex is missing here. Still pretty good. Frost Presence. Root 5 heroes to reduce the cooldown of Howling Blast by 2. After rooting 10 heroes, increase the range. After rooting 20 heroes. Okay, so they added the 13 talent to the 1 talent, so now we're going to get a 13 talent somewhere, which is nice. This is going to be like the go-to every game, I think. Every 5 seconds, reduce the next hero basic attack by 60. So this is just three stacks of block. Level 4, Biting Cold. That is, I think, the damage boost to E. Frozen Waste. After hitting enemies, heroes 150 times with Frost Tempest, the movement and attack speed slows last for 1.5 seconds after. Icy Talons. Increases Arthas attack speed by 3 each time an enemy hero is hit by Frozen Tempest. Stacking up to 60? What? What? That's crazy. That seems so cool. I want to try that. Increases the range of Death Coil, increases the cooldown reduction. Nice. So I don't personally like the Q build, like this talent right here, for example. Bonus healing now applies to self-casting Death Coil. But cooldown, they just took 5 seconds off the best level 7. I love it. This 13 got slammed into the level 1. Shattered Armor. Enemy heroes rooted by Howling Blast have their armor. Oh gosh. Okay, Arthas got a. I guess that's fine. Arthas gets a mark on his root. Okay. His trait, the slow on sword, is increased to 50% slow. And Biting Cold does 12.5 increased damage per second to enemies up to 50. Okay. Well, I mean, this is pretty good too. I think it used to be like 30 base. So Embrace Death now also affects the healing of Death Coil. This does more healing and damage the lower you are. Again, not a huge fan of Q build. No longer provides 100 spell armor. Artemis now takes 0 damage from spells instead. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. All right, here's the changes to Cho. I honestly don't really want to go over these. Let's just put it this way. Cho and Gaul are going to be really good. I think they're just going to be really good. Okay, Joanna. 25% physical armor. So she's still weak against casters now. They've nerfed her health by 300. They nerfed her regen by 1. Her block at level 1 got reduced to 50 because they gave her 25 base. Amp healing got removed and spell shield got removed. So essentially, they just pulled their pants down and took a steamy one on Joe. Dang, they didn't even give Joe anything. They just took everything away. That's actually sad. You would think they would give her something, but they actually just removed the spell shield. Like 25 base armor, I guess, is good. I mean, this is good, I guess, but now you're gonna draft Joe. What they want to do is they want to have tanks for melee and they want to have tanks for magic, right? The problem is that people are drafting comps with melee and magic damage. So Joanna doesn't do anything well now. Feels bad. All right, Tyrael. 15% spell armor. All right. They've now reduced his max health by 200 and reduced his regen. Eldruin's Might will now clamp. Okay, that's pretty good. So this is important for when you're trying to get away. So when you're trying to escape, you can throw your sword. It's max range now. Amp healing removed. Alright, dead hero. Dead hero confirmed. I don't even know what to say. I actually don't know what to say. This is like the reason we take Tyrael. This is the reason that we take Tyrael. Right here. This talent. Oh. Like, if you jump... if you're Tyrael without Heart and Shield and you jump in, dude, you're just dead. Man, that sucks. Oh. Number of typos and tooltips. Diablo, fix an issue. Battlegrounds, fix an issue causing Zerg melee minions. Rare issue. Asmonid dealt damage. Some bug fixes. Wow. That's really sad. Well, that's it for this patch. So, the winners and losers. The losers. This is the biggest, fattest loser. You know the TV show, The Biggest, Fattest Loser? Tyrael is the star of that show right now. Joanna is the runner-up. The biggest winner is Cho'Gall, I think. Got a lot of changes. Arthas is the next runner-up, and then I think Gazlo is after that. I honestly don't think Varian's that dead. They buffed Ultralisk, Forehead, and the Anubarak changes, I think, middle ground for me. I think Anub was a anti-caster like tank, right? But he got things that made him even stronger, and he still remains that. Whereas, like, Tyrael and Joanna received nothing good and new in exchange for removing core talents. Well, especially for Tyrael. We removed a core talent and gave him nothing but 15% spell armor. Like, that's what we gave him. And this, to me, I don't like this either. Why give a hero spell armor and then give him an activation for spell armor? This should be an activation for physical armor or something. Like, yeah, this is just... Alright, well, all hail ETC. Until they nerf him, we'll just keep spamming ETC. That's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, please make sure to throw a like and follow. Hopefully we didn't go too long. Honestly, I don't even want to go over this Cho stuff. It's just going to be a buffs, basically. Yeah, I'm more concerned about stuff like this. That makes me really sad. But if you enjoyed this, make sure to throw a like and follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can always check me out on Twitch and Twitter. Those will both be located in the description below. I appreciate the support so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, let me know in the comment section what is your favorite part about this patch and what is your least favorite. And let's all just be honest, Tyrael is the least favorite for all of us. So you don't even have to answer that part. What is your favorite part about this patch? Maybe your favorite part actually is Tyrael being gutted and then rinsed and then cut up and then sold on the market. Maybe your favorite is Cho'Gall being buffed because your best friend likes playing Gall. Let me know in the comments below. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you all so much again, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.